Thank you for watching. When you are chosen by God, your life no longer runs on the world's timeline. It runs on divine timing. There may be moments where it feels like nothing is moving, where prayers seem unanswered, and the silence becomes almost unbearable. But those who are marked by God are not subject to ordinary processes. What seems like delay is often divine preparation. God operates in perfect timing, and when the moment is right, nothing can stop his hand from moving. Being chosen means your steps are ordered, even when it feels like you're standing still. What others receive quickly, you may wait longer for, not because you're forgotten, but because what's coming for you is far greater than what they received. Your journey is sacred, refined by fire and tested by time, but all for the sake of a glory that will be revealed in due season. Often, those who are chosen are hidden in plain sight. God does not reveal his best work too early. He conceals it, nurtures it, matures it, and then reveals it in such a way that no one can deny it was him. That's why divine timing feels so different. It frustrates the flesh, but builds the spirit. It teaches endurance, sharpens discernment, and most importantly, deepens your trust in God's process. You begin to understand that the delay isn't punishment, it's placement. God is placing you exactly where you need to be, at the exact time you need to be there, to receive what only he can release. There are seasons where it seems like doors are slamming shut, one after another, but what's actually happening is divine redirection. God's timing ensures you won't step into something half-formed or compromised. When the miracle finally comes, it will be undeniable because it will be wrapped in the glory of perfect timing. You'll realize why every delay, every detour, and every disappointment had to happen. It was all part of a bigger orchestration. As a chosen one, you are not running a race to keep up with others. You're on heaven's schedule, and heaven never runs late, even when you feel weary. When the wait makes you question if you heard God right, remember that he is not a man that he should lie. What he spoke over you will come to pass at the appointed time. Not early, not late, but right on schedule. When that moment arrives, everything will fall into place with such divine alignment that you'll know it was never about your own strength or effort. It was about his plan unfolding at the precise moment he ordained. Your role is to trust, to stay positioned, and to remain expectant, because when heaven moves, no force on earth can stop what's already been written for you. The moment you are set apart as one of God's chosen ones, heaven began arranging things in your favor, many of which you couldn't see, touch, or feel at the time. It's what you've been praying for, longing for, and hoping to see manifest in your life has already been released in the spiritual realm. The issue has never been about whether or not God heard you. He heard you the first time, but heaven works with perfect strategy. Your miracle isn't lost, denied, or withheld. It's on assignment. Angels have been dispatched, doors are being opened behind the scenes, and hearts are being softened in places you'll soon walk into. You don't have to beg for what is already yours. You just need to recognize the spiritual truth. What you've been waiting for is already on its way, and it's heaven's job to ensure it reaches you. There are moments when life doesn't reflect the promise. The storm feels stronger than the prophecy, and the weight of waiting tries to break your spirit. But during those very moments, the miracle is closer than it seems. Heaven doesn't just release a blessing. It protects it, prepares the ground for it, and makes sure it comes in a form that won't destroy you, but sustain you. Many of the delays you thought were rejections were actually shields. Many of the closed doors were mercies. God is not just interested in delivering what you asked for. He is committed to your wholeness when you receive it. That's why chosen ones often feel stretched, tested, and refined in ways others never experience. You must realize that when you're chosen, heaven takes personal responsibility for your breakthrough. You are not chasing something you hope might happen. You are aligning with what is already written in your divine scroll. The moment you pray, the answer is released. The time it takes to manifest is not about God changing his mind. It's about everything aligning so that you won't miss what's meant for you. Your miracle is not floating aimlessly in the cosmos. It has your name on it. It knows your address. It recognizes your spirit. Okay. And heaven will not allow it to fall into their wrong hands. Faith is not just believing God can do it, it's trusting that he already has. It's living each day with the awareness that heaven is not scrambling for a plan. It's unfolding a purpose. Every spiritual warfare, every test of patience, every moment of silence is proof that something sacred is being carried towards you. When you're chosen, you're not forgotten. You're positioned, you're kept, you're hidden for impact. And because your miracle is a divine assignment, nothing, no mistake, no delay, no opposition can cancel it. Heaven has guaranteed its arrival, and heaven does not fail. There are seasons in life when it feels like everything is falling apart. Okay. When the dreams you once carried start to feel like burdens, and when the silence of God becomes almost too loud to bear. For God's chosen ones, these delays are not meant to destroy you. They are divine setups designed to usher in a supernatural reveal. Every closed door, every lost opportunity, every betrayal, and every long night of prayer has been preparing the atmosphere for something that cannot be explained by human logic. God doesn't just bring breakthroughs, he brings them in ways that display his glory. And that glory always requires a setup that no man can take credit for. You've been delayed so that when the miracle arrives, it will be undeniably God, and not the result of your own striving or strategy. Chosen ones are often misunderstood, not just by people, but by timing itself. While others seem to advance quickly, you've been slowed down, stripped back, and even hidden. But this is not punishment, it's protection. God is setting the stage so that when he reveals you, there will be no question of his power and favor in your life. You were delayed so that others would count you out, only for God to raise you up in front of them. You were kept in the shadows so your character could be developed in silence. You were pressed so that the oil could be produced. And when the reveal comes, it will silence every lie and every doubt. The setup was always for the supernatural to be made visible through your life. The delays have sharpened your discernment. They've taught you to depend not on outcomes, but on God's presence. They've made you familiar with pain, but also familiar with promise. When everything seemed still, something powerful was being cultivated inside you. The chosen ones often carry the heaviest burdens because their calling is weighty. But that burden leads to blessing, and that pain births purpose. What felt like rejection was redirection. What looked like failure was faith training. And now, the very places where you cried in secret will soon become the stages where God elevates you publicly. Heaven has been working behind the veil to ensure that when the time comes, you won't just receive your miracle, you'll be transformed by it. You won't just be blessed, become the blessing. The delays refined your obedience, your endurance, and your sensitivity to the Spirit. That's why this coming season will be marked by a level of favor and clarity that you've never experienced before. You will step into rooms that once ignored you, carrying an authority that can't be explained. God's setup always leads to a divine unveiling, one that cannot be stopped or reversed. You weren't waiting in vain. You are being prepared for a miracle that makes up for every lost year, every hidden season, and every unanswered question. As you've heard today, being one of God's chosen ones means your journey will look different, feel different, and require a deeper level of trust. You're not just living by chance, you're living under divine assignment. What may have felt like rejection, delay, or silence was actually God's strategy to protect you, prepare you, and position you for something greater than you imagined. Your miracle has already been released. It is moving toward you with heaven's full backing, and no force, no enemy No mistake, no timing issue can stop what God has ordained for you. The wait wasn't wasted. The pain wasn't pointless. It was all leading you to a supernatural reveal that will not only bless you, but confirm to everyone watching that the hand of God has been on your life the whole time. So hold your head high, walk in expectancy, because what's coming can't be missed. It was always meant for you. Thank you for spending this sacred time with me. I pray these words resonate deeply in your spirit and remind you that your story isn't over, it's just getting to the good part. Till next time, stay faithful, stay ready, and never forget, heaven never fails its chosen ones. God bless you, and thank you for watching.